Okay, so today we are going to do the same 5 graphs with our Skittle colours. Okay, so we did them already, so today it should be even faster. We have the column graph first. Did you all remember your rulers? Good, rulers out. Hands up if you forgot your ruler. This is in the theory booklet, yes. Okay, so with your ruler, remind we're going through them all again because we are all going to be perfect at graph drawing. So, can you not yell out, please? We're going to draw a line with the ruler across the horizontal axis, and we're going to draw another one going up the side for the vertical axis. For the column graph, we are going to have the color down on the bottom axis, and we're going to have the number of Skittles over there on the vertical axis. I'm going to need to choose a title for my graph. So I'm going to call this Skittle colour. Okay, now we have to finish setting up our axes. For the column graph, we've got to make sure we get this spacing right. We leave one gap, and then we need 2 spaces for the column. Then we leave one more gap, 2 spaces for the column, one more gap, 2 spaces for the column, and you continue that pattern until you've got enough spaces for the 5 colours that we have here. So then we write our colours down. The first one's going to be yellow, if you've done the same order as me, orange, red, green, and purple. On the vertical axis, the number of Skittles. Now, my biggest number was 5, which is not a very big number. Does anyone have numbers bigger than 5? How many do you have? 6? What do you have? 6? Okay, so even with 6, I think you could go up by 2 spaces to spread out. How many do you have?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 1 green, 2 yellow, 3 brown, 5 orange.
Your Skittle packet, I think that's purple. That's the purple one. Your Skittle packet was just very mathematical. It just wanted to count properly. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so I'm going to do every second space. Yep. As long as the scale is consistent, then it's fine. Because, yeah, I've already got enough space for mine, more than enough space for mine. Okay, so let's draw it. Just make sure, we've always got to check to make sure all our labels are done. We get lots of marks for this. We've got names here, and we've got a heading there. We've got numbers here, a heading there, and we've got a title for our graph. Yes? Okay, yes, so you stretch it even further. Oh, yep, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so I am now going to draw in my columns. So yellow, I had 2. Remember to fix this for your own numbers. So again, using your ruler, please, draw a column that is 2 spaces wide over the yellow. And if you have lots of colours, you may even want to colour coordinate this. Michaela? Yeah.
I did that.
That's okay. It's all right. That's okay. We just don't want to make it too small. Orange, I had 3. Oh, I went too far. Red was 2. Green, I had a lot of green. I had 5.
I've got 13.
13 altogether. And purple, 2. All right, you 7, that's enough. Focus on your graphs, please. Okay, that's quite. So quickly, you should have this graph drawn up, which should be faster today. There is a column graph, making sure you have those spaces between each column. Everything is nicely ruled and labeled. Put your books down and we'll take your stuff out there. Okay, quick, because we're going to move on to the next graph. When you finish everything, including the worksheet, the other sheet. All right, are we ready for the next graph? Oh, we'll go faster. Okay, so remember, with the ruler, for the bar graph this time, we are drawing lines up the vertical axes and the horizontal axes. Okay, we are switching. Luke, put them away. We're not playing with them anymore. We're graphing. Okay. So this time we're going to have the number of Skittles on the horizontal axis, and we're going to have the color on the vertical. We need a title, which is going to be Skittle color. Okay. For the number, I'm sticking with 2 spaces. It's okay if you stretch it further, as long as your scale is consistent. For the vertical axes, we have to do our 1 space, 2 space thing. So 1 space gap, 2 spaces for the column. 1 space gap, 2 spaces for the column, and so on. And then write the colors down. Okay, then nice neat columns that are going horizontally. So I again had yellow was 2. Then orange was 3. Let's take quickly just come in.
Sorry, she's got a boot, so she's just going real quick. Just go get them.
Red. 2 for red, 5 for green. Yep. And purple was 2. Again, checking. The worst thing in this topic is that if you know how to do a graph perfectly, but if you forget to label something, you start losing marks quickly. So numbers, label, colours, label, title, all these beautiful gaps and lovely drawn bars. Okay, I'll give you another second to finish that one off and we'll go on to the next one. The line graph. Grab your rulers again. Draw a line across the horizontal, a line up the vertical side. This time the labels are back to how they were on the column graph. We're going to have the colour down the bottom and the number on the side. And we're going to have Skittle colour for our title. However, we don't need the weird 1 space, 2 space, 1 space, 2 space. We're just going to do every second space. So 1 there, 1 there. And each one of those lines will be my 5 colours. Hannah. Oh, possibly not, but I would like you to, please. Okay, on the vertical axis, I'm going up by 2s again to spread it out a little bit. And this time, when we've checked we've got everything labelled and done, we do dots for each one of our points. So at yellow, I go up to 2 and I put a dot at the 2. Then orange, I go up to the 3 and put a dot. Red, I'm back to 2. Green goes all the way up to 5. And then purple is back to 2. And then you connect doing a dot to dot between each of them. Use a ruler, it's meant to be all nice and straight. I think most people had 13 or 14, somewhere around that. 14? Again, remember neatness. So it's not about speed. This is about presenting your information clearly, accurately, neatly. All right, ready for the next one? Cool. All right, pictogram. So the pictogram has pictures, that's right. So we have one big long line across the bottom, and I need to have 5 even spaces for each of my colours. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you might want to measure every 2, you could probably do 2 or 3 centimetres to spread those out and label those with your colours. Now, for a pictogram, you must have a key. And if you have a big number of things, which we don't, then you might need to say that maybe 5 of something is equal to the picture, or 2, depending on how big it is. Because we've only got numbers going up to, say, 5 or 6, I think we can stick with our 1 to 1. To keep it nice and simple, Skittles are circles, right? So I'm going to go that one circle like this is equal to 1 Skittle. I also need a title. Did he take 2?
No.
What about?
He had one before.
Okay, then. Remember the fun if people try to be. No. Okay, then you need to even sized and even spaces for each one of the Skittles. So yellow, I want 2 nice even circles there. Orange, I need 3. Put them down and draw your graphs. Come on. Then start on today's work then, please. Go to your theory book, your work booklet. Yes. Purple, we're graphing the colours that are inside. So these are the colours in my packet. You're meant to graph the ones in yours. Okay, so there we are. Remember trying to keep the line up. I know it's not perfect, but they are, all my second ones are pretty much in a line there. Try and keep them nice and evenly spaced. The dot plot, I might as well do that while I'm at it because the dot plot is pretty much the same, except that we do dots, which are just circles anyway. So let's draw that down here. I've answered that question quite a few times. You just weren't here, so you just need to be waiting, please. You're not eating them now, we're eating them at the end of the lesson. So you need to put them back in the bag and put them aside. Um,
You need a little, you need a,
you don't have to for a dot plot or a pictogram, no. Okay, so dots for these ones. You don't need a key either because it's always a one-to-one for a dot plot. Yep. So because I used a one-for-one, they are pretty much exactly the same. Oh, I did too many. So the only difference is that I don't need a key for my dot plot, and they're actually dots, not circles, but very small differences.